Yo, what's going on, guys? Jared here. This is gonna be another video. I just sit down, talk to the camera for a little bit. Kind of just get on what's off my mind a little bit. Last time I made one of these videos was really well received. I mean, it's crazy. That's like one of my most popular videos now. This one is titled Self-Doubt, and last time it was a lot more centered around one idea of an idea I got from someone else. But this time it's gonna be more centered around like multiple things that self-doubt really all incorporate into. I'm going to try to make this one a lot more like short and compact, just so it's like easier to digest. So to start it off, the first thing I wanted to talk about was just self-doubt in general. What is it? What does it do to you? How does it make you feel? Everyone experiences self-doubt in different ways. Personally, sometimes I feel like something's happening that really isn't. Or maybe I'm doing something and I'm like, man, I'm not doing this good enough. I'm not doing this well enough. How do I improve on what I'm doing? And sometimes you don't feel like there is an answer to improve. But for everyone, that's different. One person could think self-doubt is that they don't think that they can reach a goal. Not that they're failing at the goal, but that they don't even think they can start on it. Other people have self-doubt just in general about very simple things, like doubting they'll be able to even get out of bed, or doubting that they'll be able to even be themselves today. They have to put on a fake character, a fake smile. And I can't really talk about that in a way that maybe other people could, but the main reason I even brought up other reasons of self-doubt that I don't even experience is that there's more to experiences than just me. If you're watching this video, you might not even be able to relate to what I'm saying, but maybe you can relate to the idea of talking to a camera. Maybe you can relate to the idea of feeling something and wanting to talk about it. Maybe you seeing this video, like the video that I made, inspired me because I watched someone else make a video very similar and inspired me to sit down and talk to a camera. So even if you can relate to what I'm about to say, just know that maybe you can put it together in your own way and maybe just talk to yourself in a mirror. I've done that before and it helps. But the main reason I want to talk about self-doubt is for the reason that I said, where you get along doing something and then you start doubting that you can't do it. Now, I just realized, wow, my eyes look really red, like I've been crying. That's just my camera. My entire body looks red. Sorry, that's just off topic, but the main self-doubt that I'm talking about now is kind of like whenever you start doing something and then you just feel like you can't do it anymore, or you're not going to be able to accomplish that goal. Now, the reason why I feel that a lot is because I'll start like doing something. Let's say, for instance, this is a Geometry Dash channel. Obviously, some point I'm playing a level and I'm like, man, I really do not think I'm going to be able to beat this. Like, for instance, the last video I uploaded, I don't even know how long it was ago at this point, but I grinded that level for so long and I never thought I was going to be able to do it. Once I did it, it felt amazing, but then, my mic wasn't on. Just another thing to be like, oh man, why am I so stupid, right? Putting yourself down and doubting yourself to be able to do things. So even whenever you accomplish the goal that you set for yourself that you wanted to do, it just gets brought down by the fact that you did something else. Now, the really serious thing about self-doubt is that it drives you to a point where you can't even accomplish what you're trying to, because you tell yourself that you can't, you just won't be able to. An example of this in my life is like a week or two ago, I was not feeling that well. I was sick. I was at my mom's house at the time. I was really sick. I did not want to get out of bed. So I kept telling myself, like, I can't get out of bed. I can't get out of bed. I started feeling better. My throat wasn't hurting anymore. Wasn't coughing. It was like 2 p.m. I could have gotten out of bed, but I told myself the entire morning I wasn't going to get out of bed. So I didn't. I had to be forced out of bed by my mom. And even whenever I got up, I still felt bad because I knew I could have been up hours before, but I just didn't. I just sat there. And telling yourself things and experiencing things in your own mind. Your mind is a terrible place if you really think about it. It is the most complex function of our bodies. It's so profound, and it's just like every single thing that you think of, say, anything that you do comes from the brain first. So it's so deep and profound and just such a complex muscle that people don't really know how to use it correctly. And then whenever your brain's telling you things like, I can't do this, it shuts the rest of your body down. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a solution for that. I'm not someone who can just say, these are the steps you need to take to fix that, because you can't fix it. At the end of the day, you kind of just have to trick your own brain or tell yourself through your own brain. I can't even put it into words really. But, if you're telling yourself something, it's not because you don't think you can do it or because you really feel like you're unable to do it. Sometimes it's just because you don't want to do it, or because you just feel like if you do it, something else bad will happen. Because that's the other thing I want to talk about, looking towards the future. Sometimes you feel yourself like wanting something really badly, but you don't even know what you want. Like you just are like scared and alone and you want something, but you don't even know what you want. And like looking ahead and like having self-doubt that you're not going to be able to do something later. But you don't even know what you were going to do later. You don't know what you were going to attempt to do. So why are you stopping yourself now? An example I can think of for myself is I've been playing a lot of basketball recently. And I go outside and I shoot around for a little bit. First day I went up to the new court I've been playing at, I played terrible. I missed like every single shot. I couldn't even make layups. I counted. I went 2 for 80. 2 for 80. 1 for 40. You know how bad that is? I kept telling myself, well, I'm going to miss this shot. I'm going to miss this shot. And I did. But if I wasn't telling myself, looking ahead and telling myself I couldn't do something in the future, maybe it would have had a different outcome. Now, this can be looked at a lot like further and a lot deeper of a level. Like saying you're looking way far ahead, like way into the future, 5 years from now. Someone asks you, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Most people say, I don't know. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. So that's the same reason why if you go home that night and you think about what am I going to be 5 years from now? If your first thought is something negative, then that's already a bad start. You're already doubting something that you earlier said you had no clue about. Why are you doubting something that you had no idea is even going to happen? Same thing with like creating things in your mind. I've done this before. You know, you see friends out having a good time. You're like, man, they're probably just dissing me, you know, thinking I'm just nothing, you know, hanging out without me. They don't like me, you know, they don't like me. It's simple. But how do you even know they're doing that, right? You're just creating that in your mind because you are doubting something in the future or presently that you have no idea what's going on with, and you're doubting it. So that's the reason why self-doubt is such a big and broad subject. And this one was also a lot more like, I'm going to wrap this up here. I don't want to keep rambling on. This one was a lot more like followed. I kind of had like a list of things in my mind that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, this video is going to be a lot harder to like put out. I feel like this one's not going to be received as well. You know, it doesn't have as good of a title where it's just like, oh, I'm ugly, click this video, you know? Because this one's a lot more self-centered. You have to kind of be thinking about yourself, not thinking about how other people perceive you. You have to think about how you yourself perceive you. So if this doesn't do that well, I don't care. I just kind of want to upload it. Plus I haven't uploaded in a minute. My hair is horrid. Wow, that's sad. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. If you do see this and you think you could relate to it in some way, leave a comment down below, like the video, share it to anyone who you think this could help. And hopefully I'll have an actual, you know, Geometry Dash, some sort of video that isn't just, you know, me talking next time. But yeah, see ya.